Have you ever wondered why a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram will run a old model next to a new model in their lineups? I've had that question many of times and I can't seem to get a answer on it, but I have two reasons why I think they do it, and I'm going to go over them in this video. Now, if you don't know, if you are in the market for a WK Grand Cherokee, there's only 3 trim levels. You have the Laredo, which is actually the one behind me. You have a Laredo X, which is just a step up from that one. And then you have what's called the Limited. So that's going to be the highest trim level you can get in the WK Grand Cherokee. The WL is the new redesigned Grand Cherokee. It looks amazing. And you can get just about any trim level you want, with the exception of the SRT and the Trackhawk, which seem to be dead for now. But back to this one. As you guys can see, it's painted in this beautiful Stingray. It has the altitude package. And while we're on that note, let me show you guys the window sticker so you can see all the options and features on this one. So the Grand Cherokee I just showed you, this is the window sticker for it online. Now this is a standard Laredo and this is the base price. However, if you get the X package, it's going to basically be $5,460 as an ad. That Stingray was $395. And then here's everything else that came on this particular one. So this does have the tech group for $895. The altitude appearance package adds a few other additional things here. And then ProTech 2 is $985. And then this one did have the sunroof at $1,455. It's not a panoramic, it's just a regular sunroof. With destination at $1,595, you have a total price $5 over 50 grand. And then here's your fuel economy here off to the side. Now, as you guys can see, there's a lot of optional equipment up front, including the altitude appearance. You have that tech group and ProTech 2. So there's HIDs, LEDs, top and bottom for the fog lights too. And this sensor, which is going to be for the forward collision. And there's actually another sensor right there. It's going to be like for your lane keep. All that stuff's going to be optional. I love the turn signals. I mean, they have like that nice pop when they turn on. And this silver insert for the grille is amazing. High gloss black. Everything looks great. Black headlights. Just everything just works well together. You have a 20-inch wheel. It's wrapped in a Bridgestone. And then here's the size, 265, 50, 20. And just more black emblems. Even though this is a, 7-year-old design, it still looks really good. Even though this is expensive too. I mean, this might be a first good car for some people, $50,000. My kids won't get a car this expensive, but but it does look great. And if you're still a little concerned about the reliability of the newer WL, this is a good option for you. You do have a smart key system here on this door, and then all the trim around the windows, everything's just finished in black. You do have blind spot monitoring, and you do have a heated mirror on both sides. This one was equipped with a sunroof. So like I said, there's a lot of optional equipment on this particular Grand Cherokee. You do have a slightly bigger gas tank versus the WL. This is going to be a 24.6 gallon. So it's basically like 1.6 gallons bigger than the new Grand Cherokee. I don't know why they did that, but they did. Now check out the back. You do have a mixture of LED and incandescent bulbs on your taillights. You do have a power liftgate. So if you push the button, it will pop up. And they also have LED lights for your license plates too. Down below you do have some parking sensors. You did not have any up front, so just keep that in mind. And you can lower it by pulling down, or you can hit the button. Pretty decent size rear trunk. The height's really good, and overall it's enough space for a lot of stuff, especially like a one kid stroller, things like that. And it's pretty deep too, for the most part, from what I've seen from other SUVs. In the comment section, let me know what you guys think about the Stingray. I really like this color. Alright, so we're still using a 3.6 liter V6 under the Grand Cherokee. Even in the WL, they're still using the same powertrain. However, it does have different horsepower. This still has more horsepower than the newer one. So this has 295 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed transmission. So you should be able to get those higher numbers on the highway with this, because you're going to run at lower RPMs. And I do believe that when I had mine, I was getting close to 23 combined. So that was probably like maybe 60% highway and 40% city. So why does Jeep still make the Grand Cherokee WK alongside the WL? Now, the first reason I think is because of supply. I think that because they've been building this for so long, this is a easy product to produce. I think the WL is going to be made in a new factory. So when you think about parts and supply, I think that this helps to, create a better built product. And there won't be any slowdowns with the production. So if there's not a lot of WLs on the lot, you still have an option for the WK. Now, one thing I do know too is a lot of customers are still actively looking for the WK Grand Cherokees. So if you don't like the new design, you still have this as an option. So if you want to save a little bit money up front, this is a cost-effective option too. And I think that, for some people, reliability might be a concern. Although the WL and WK are very similar, there's a few things different for the technology part of things, but for the most part, they're pretty similar with the drivetrain and powertrain. So if you are in the market for a WK or WL, I think that either one is a good option. And this one is definitely like packaged perfectly. It's just at $50,000. And if you decide you want to lease it and upgrade in 3 years to the new latest and greatest model, a lot of the issues that they'll have in the first and second year are going to be pretty much fixed. So with that being said, let's just go through the interior. So as you guys can see, wow, when I open the door you can really see how much noise comes in here. But you do have power windows, power door locks, automatic up and down front windows. You have automatic headlights, fog lights, controls right here if you push this in. And let's go ahead and start it up. You do have push button start. And as you saw, this had the smart key system. So not much has really changed on the interior side of things. You do have a nice display in here. You have analog gauges. You do have a digital miles per hour reading here. You have a lot of good features in here too, like for your tire pressure, shows you your transmission temperature, oil temp, oil pressure, and then some of your maintenance items, battery voltage. You do have your driving assist features in here too. So if you want to turn that lane assist on, you can just push this button here and it'll show that it's on. And moving on, shows you a nice readout for your miles per gallon. And then they also have one for your current. And then you have a trip A and trip B. And then you have a stop start function. And then this is for your XM or your radio controls or your Bluetooth audio. And if you have any stored messages, like if you have a bulb out or if you have a door open, it'll probably show up in here. And then this is your screen setup. Shows you some of the stuff you can change on the screen. And then back to your speedometer. Now, you do have controls, as you see. That's how I was controlling that screen right here. Your cruise controls on the right side. And this is going to be an 8.4 display. And I think this is still the best option too. I mean, you can, drag things down here if you like. And you still have heated seats. You do not have cooled seats, however, but you have that heated steering wheel. And this system is pretty reliable. I find that I've never had issues with my 8.4 in my 2018 Ram I had. It just always worked. Very clear, very quick. This one does have the navigation too, so if you want to view the map. And then you have your phone set up here. And then you have ways you can set up the screen too. You do have dual climate control. This one does have a few other functions too, like your parking sensors. You just saw the lane keep assist. And this is for your stop start function. You can turn off your eco if you like, or you can turn on your sport. And then this is for your traction control. They do provide 2 USBs and auxiliary, 1 power plug inside of here, 2 cup holders, and this does have 4 low, so if you do get stuck, You can put it in neutral, hold this button down, and this will allow you to get out of some sticky situations. Check out some of the trim around the interior too. And you do have a large glove box as well. Now your center console, you do have storage at the top, and then you have a deeper storage down below. You do have suede inserts. I will say, if you turn the heated seat on, this will burn you up, so just keep that in mind. And then here's some of your seat controls. The front and back of the seat does go up and down, and you do have lumbar support which goes up and down too. Out back, you can recline the rear seat. They do provide cup holders in the center console. You do have air vents, and you do have a 115 volt, 150 watt power plug. So let's step inside. They do give you a grab handle, although you don't really need it. This doesn't sit that high. But when you close the door, this does seem kind of small, especially being inside the WL today. I feel like this does feel a little bit tighter. But you do have a light up top here and a place to hang a jacket. And that's pretty much it. And something I always do on my channel is I show you the numbers for the gross axle weight rating for the front and rear, and then the gross vehicle weight rating. And then here's your cargo carrying capacity. So it shows you how much weight you can add for your passengers and for your cargo. But hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon.